6ix9ine is back in the headlines talking his ish, you know how he always does. And in this video he was doing like an interview, and the guy asked him like, like, why you still using the N word? Why do you feel like you can still use it? Like, what's going on with you and the N word and stuff? And he was like, no disrespect, because I got a lot of friends and Mexicans, and they all use it and stuff, so it's no big deal. But I'm just curious, right? So 6ix9ine had the funniest answer, because you know how 6ix9ine is. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about nothing. He's all about, man, fuck you, and just say whatever you want to say, and go viral and say the wildest shit that comes to your mind. You feel me? And I was expecting him to wild out. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else are you expecting him to say, right? So he sits there for a second. He thinks about the question. You're thinking he's about to answer in a very like educated way, like, well, let me give it a little thought. And then he basically just straight out says, like, who the fuck is gonna stop me? That's not the answer we was expecting. He was like, really, I've been waiting for the ninja police to come one day and be like, excuse me, sir, you've been using the word ninja, and we need to confiscate that word, and we can no longer let you use that word. Like, he's like, oh, like, what the fuck? I'm still waiting for someone to say something. I'm still waiting for someone to get in my face and be like, hey, you can't say that. Like, I'm still waiting for the police to pull me over and be like, hey, man, no more N-words for the month. Like, he's like, who the fuck is gonna say something? Like, and you know what I mean? Like, I understand what he's saying, man, but at the same time, it's also like he's a part of the culture. When you're a part of this culture, when you grew up in this culture, when you grew up like in a hip hop culture and you love hip hop, and you grew up in this like urban lifestyle with a bunch of urban people and urban friends, or growing up in the hood and poverty and this and that, like, you are that. That's your environment. That's who you are. That's where you come from. It's the most normal thing in the world. Like, me and my friends growing up, saying the N-word was like saying friend. Like, hi, friend. Like, it was the most normal thing. Nobody looked at it crazy. Nobody looked at it weird. And I think that's the main thing. If it comes from a place of like, this is who I am, and there's love in my heart when I use the word, fine. I feel like if you're like an outsider, you don't like the culture, you don't like the people, you don't like the skin color, you don't like hip hop music, you don't like you never wore baggy pants in your life, you don't understand, what things are about and what we've been through, and you know what I'm trying to say? When you're just completely not from this world and you want to use that word and you don't have love in your heart when you're using it, that's when I think it's a problem. You shouldn't be using it. Other than that, it's like we've come so far in this world where it's so normal for me to hear that shit every day, everywhere I look. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm happy it's to that point where it doesn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fucking word. It doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't bring you down. It doesn't make you sad. That's a beautiful thing about it. But 6ix9ine is always gonna be 6ix9ine. He's always gonna troll. He's always not gonna give a fuck what he says or how he says, or if he comes off disrespectful and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, I'm waiting for someone to stop me, because he knows he got to go viral, baby. He got to, he got to be all over the fucking headlines. And that's the way he does it, man. That's the way he operates. I realized that it's come to a point with his career where it's like, if I get booked to do an interview and they're gonna pay me 5,000 for this interview, he realized he has to say something in that interview that's gonna get him booked to do another interview. And then he realized he has to say something in that other interview that's gonna get him booked to do the other. And he has to keep his career going by always being relevant. So this is something I realized from him a while ago. That's why I know, like, every time you see him, he's gonna try to catapult and do some shit to make him, be more relevant the next week and the next week and the next week, and keep this shit going, keep the money coming in. You feel me? So it's just business, man. But how y'all feel about this, man? How y'all feel about people getting to a point with the N-word where it's just like, I use the N-word, what you gonna do? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, how y'all feeling about this, man? Because it's a new day, a new era, 2026. How are we feeling about this? Is it like done? Nobody cares no more? Everybody can use it? Let's talk about it a little bit right here in this area in the little comment section. Like and subscribe. Thanks for all the love, my peoples. Working hard. I'm about to start my day, but I'm like, gotta wake up early. Then I gotta do like a 50 different fucking social media posts and Instagram and YouTube and go live and you know what I'm saying before I start my day. So, yo, whew, it's hard work. It's a lot. And if one day when the blessing comes and I take over, like it's definitely gonna be fucking well deserved. You feel me? Let's get back to work. I love y'all. Like and subscribe, my peoples. Peace out.